to to try to accomplish what you weren't allowed to accomplish by the criminal judge.
But why aren't they taking steps to remove the Eswatini? It seems that there's not being any steps taken, any evidence we can see, right?
You can ask them that. I mean, we can hypothesize maybe that in fact they're not trying to remove them at all. They just want to keep them locked up. That's one certainly hypothesis that one could have. Maybe Eswatini actually never agreed, just like Uganda never agreed. I don't know. That's what they're going to have to answer. They're going to have to provide evidence on Wednesday and answer in court on Friday. We're going to find out.
To be clear on that, she ordered that they have witnesses come in with the information to take the stand under oath and detail what's going on?
That's right. She ordered that they identify the witness by Thursday and that the witness be in court on Friday.
May I ask, and I'm sorry again, I should have known this already. It couldn't help but notice he wasn't here, and I thought the same judge said he must stay within 50 miles of the courthouse.
200 miles.
Oh, within 200. Okay,
right.
So that place is just shy.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Thanks.
You mentioned his parole being active until June of 2026. Can you clarify the connection between his parole and deportation?
Yeah, I mean, when the government brought him back, when they finally, after so many months of stalling, when they finally obeyed the unanimous order of the Supreme Court to bring him back to the United States, they granted him what's called parole, which is essentially a legal status document, and they granted it for 1 year. Now, the government can grant parole at its discretion, and it can revoke parole at its discretion, but for whatever reason, they haven't yet. So as we speak, he's currently on a valid grant of parole, which means he's actually legally authorized to be in the United States through the beginning of June of 2026.
¿Qué evidencias tienen de que el gobierno actúe de manera vengativa?
El hecho de que no lo quieren deportar a un país que ya le ofreció estatus de refugiado, que ya le garantizó que no lo va a volver a deportar a El Salvador, que ha aceptado cientos de personas de terceros países. Estados Unidos ya ha deportado cientos de personas a Costa Rica, de todos los países del mundo. Ha deportado rusos, africanos, vietnamitas, gente de otros países de América Latina. Y en vez de haberlo deportado ya a Costa Rica, están peleando para poder deportarlo al otro lado del mar Atlántico. Y la jueza preguntó por qué y no tuvieron respuesta. Entonces, la implicación obvia es que lo están utilizando para castigarlo por haber reivindicado sus derechos constitucionales.
I have one more question, and Lydia, you may be the one, you may both be the ones to answer this. You said clearly the world, the country is watching this case, but you said this could happen to any one of us. How many other people like Kilmar Abrego Garcia are undergoing the same type of process concerning ICE and deportation? He can't be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, there have been well-publicized cases of third-country deportation flights to South Sudan, to Ghana. There have now been 2 flights to Eswatini, and the conditions that people are reporting are really horrible. But, for all of the cases of third-country deportation flights to Africa that have been in the news, there are hundreds upon hundreds of Central Americans being deported to Mexico every week. And these are people, again, who won their immigration cases, won an order of protection from removal, who've been living, in this country for years and years with an order of supervision, legal permission to be in the United States, a legal work authorization that they've renewed over and over again, just like Mr. Abrego Garcia. And they're being deported to Mexico with no legal status in Mexico, right? So they then run the risk that Mexico is going to, any day, redeport them to the countries that they'd already won protection from. This is happening with great, great frequency these days.
Thank you.
But again, the fact that instead of trying to deport him to Mexico, like they've done with hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of Salvadorans, they're trying to deport him across the Atlantic Ocean, is just further evidence of the fact that this case is being handled in a political and punitive manner instead of in the ordinary course. All right, thanks very much.
With Beverly.